The truth about day trading that nobody wants to talk about. This video is not going to be for everybody. If you're a day trader and you are successful and you're seeing consistent results, then obviously this message does not apply to you. But for everybody else that is struggling with day trading and long-term results, then you may want to listen to this, because in this video I'm going to talk about why day trading is a bad idea and the pitfalls of day trading, why you get sucked into day trading. And I'm going to do my best to try to convince you and sell you on the idea of swing trading and why you should consider it. Because for 10 years, I was a day trader, and for 10 years, I saw no results. I kept blowing my accounts, and I avoided swing trading because I thought it was so boring. I thought it was not enough action. It was too slow and just everything. And it was my subconscious mind keeping me from success. I didn't have any consistency until I started swing trading. So maybe this is something that you should consider. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the problems of day trading. I'm going to talk to you about the benefits of swing trading, and we can compare them side by side. And then by the end of the video, you're going to understand what you should do next, basically, and how to move forward if you want to become a swing trader and have some kind of success and consistency. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. Let me know if you're a day trader, scalper, or swing trader, and what kind of issues you're struggling with daily. I would be interested to know. This is also going to help boost the algorithm and get this video message out to more traders like you. So let's get started. So the first and most obvious issue with day trading is that it's too easy to take a trade. Because you are a day trader, you identify as a day trader, you automatically think that you need to be trading every day. You think that just because you show up to the market owes you a setup. The market owes you money. And you come to the market expecting to make money. And this is not always going to be good for you, because now you're forcing trades. You might not have a setup that day, and you're here trying to squeeze a setup out of the market to try and make money, where in actual fact is you're just addicted to dopamine, and you're showing up to satisfy your dopamine rather than to actually take a trade that you planned. So it's a problem of instant gratification, and it's an addiction cycle. It's a loop of addiction, because your brain has been trained to expect this dopamine hit on a daily basis, that every time you take a buy or a sell, every time you click a button, you get this rush, this thrill. So there is a neurochemistry reaction in your brain that's giving you this satisfaction, and is basically what is keeping you hooked on the markets and keeping you hooked as a trader. And it doesn't matter if you're winning or losing, you'll keep coming back because you are addicted to the dopamine. And so the other problem with day trading is that you're more likely to tilt. You're more likely to get into revenge trades because you have an ego. And every time you are in the market, you expose yourself to the elements of the market. So you expose yourself to taking more trades. You might have a 1 trade, 2 trade, or a 3 trade per day rule. But what if those trades were all losers? Now you're in a place where you have to try to fix. And this is the thing why you start making up trades. You start taking random trades. You're bored because you've trained your mind to come to the market and expect action, regardless of whether you take the right action or the wrong action. You just are doing something to try to stay busy, or to kill your boredom, or to escape some kind of life, like your current life situation that you don't like. And this is the thing, because now you're exposed to the market more often every day, you are building bad habits, and you're not going to make the best decisions. And then what happens is, when you take a loss, when you make a mistake, you don't even have time to journal. You're not looking to journal because there's no dopamine hit in journaling. There's no satisfaction in journaling. There's no satisfaction in that discipline. You're already looking for the next trade. You're trying to fix the first trade that you lost. You're not learning from the mistakes that you're making. Do you understand? So you're making mistakes as a day trader and you're not learning anything, and you're just trying to repeat, and you're just chasing the dopamine without fixing or learning from the mistake. This is a very dangerous loop. You're not giving yourself time to review, journal, and reflect and refine your strategy. And the other thing is that as a day trader, you don't have much time to plan your trades. You just show up maybe 10 minutes before the market opens, and whatever happens on that day, and you're making your plans on that day as you go. You start bending your rules because you are hooked with the dopamine, and because you identify as a day trader, you think that every day is a trading day, you need to get a trade regardless of whether it's a good trade or a bad trade. Now you start breaking your rules, you start bending your rules. Even worse, you start strategy hopping and changing your strategies to see if you can find a strategy that can give you more trades. Does that make sense? Just because you want to satisfy your dopamine addiction and you don't even know it. This is the pitfall. These are the dangers of day trading. If you're not aware of it, you're going to get sucked into this. The people that are able to day trade successfully are very special people. They are very disciplined and they are very strong minded, and they have very, very sharp and good psychology. And my guess is that you're not like that just yet. So either you fix your psychology. If you want to fix your psychology and continue day trading, then check out the first link in the description. Obviously, you can still day trade, but I would encourage you to consider swing trading instead of day trading, because now you're going to make better decisions. So imagine swing trading, where now you have more time to plan your trades. You have less trades, so you have more high quality trades. You have more time to think of your trades, and then you have better psychology to go with it. What do you think is going to happen? So you're not rushing into trades. You're able to journal. You're able to learn from your mistakes, and your psychology is much better. So when I started swing trading last year, I was inspired by Alex G because I saw him doing the challenge, the 100 to $1 million, and he did it while he was swing trading. And up until that point, I never considered swing trading. I hated it. I thought it sucked because it was too slow, because I was also addicted to the day trading loop, the day trading cycle. And so I got to the point where I was willing to listen and try anything. And he said, you should try swing trading. So I started swing trading. And since then, I've never blown an account. But in the beginning, I was still at break even as a swing trader. And I had a lot of problems with holding positions because my psychology wasn't there yet. I still had to do work on myself and fix my psychology to be able to have the cojones, the patience to hold a trade for 1 to 5 days. This is something that I had to develop and learn and build this trust in the system, in myself, and just know that I'm actually in a better trade, so I can relax and just let go and detach from the outcome, and whatever happens, happens. I know that I'm in a high quality trade. I'm not rushing anything. You see, the thing about the human brain is that your brain can only make one high quality decision per day. And that high quality decision will determine if you eat, live, and survive or not, or if you're going to continue to struggle. So if you make bad decisions, then you're going to keep struggling. Okay, that's just the byproduct of bad decisions, right? But if you save all your brain and your energy to make one high quality decision, to get into one high quality trade, your life is going to improve by 100-fold. You got to believe me on this, because now you only need to make one good quality decision for that day or that couple of days to take that trade. And the thing about taking a swing trade is that you plan your position, your trade was planned since the weekend. So like for me, Sunday is the day where actually I do most of my work. Most of my planning and my trading is actually done on Sunday when the market is closed. I'm spending 4 hours, 5 hours in the morning planning my trades for the rest of the week. And then the rest of the week, I have alerts. So when price comes to me, I'm not looking at the charts waiting for it, for anything. When the price comes, then I get the alert. If I get the alert, I go and open the charts. If everything looks right, I get into the trade and then I close the computer. It takes me like an hour max. So I'm not wasting time trying to get into a position. Do you understand? And then the secret to swing trading is to take 50% of your profits at 1 hour and then leave the rest on the table and let your trades run, because it's going to take a few days before it goes to your final TP. Do you understand? So you got to take half of the trade off. This is what I do anyways. I take half of my trade off at 1 hour, and between getting into the trade and 1 hour, I have about a 75% chance of success. So I have a really high chance of removing the risk, because at 1 hour, if I take half off and I don't move stops to break even, I just leave it, then I have a free trade. I'm in a free trade right now. It doesn't bother me anymore. So I can go about and do whatever I want for the rest of the day or the week. And I usually hit 1 hour within the same day, because it's not that far from the entry. Do you understand? So once I hit 1 hour, then I can start looking for the second trade or my third trade. So I don't take more trades until I hit 1 hour. And what tends to happen is that you'll hit 1 hour, take a second trade, that one hits 1 hour, and then you take a third trade, and then that one hits 1 hour. Now you have 3 trades rolling. It's like a snowball effect, and it's rolling, and it could take 5 days, and then five days to 7 days or whatever, and then all of a sudden you have three high quality trades that are running, and then they close over time. So basically you're building up a snowball effect. It doesn't even matter if it takes 2 weeks at this point for the trade to finish, because I already hit 1 hour. It's a free trade. Does that make sense? And so in order to take the stress levels off of you and basically stay in the game, you want to always aim to get a risk-free trade as fast as you can. This is the big secret, right? Some guys are trying to do a 10-hour trade and take nothing off, and you know the chances of you winning are very low, and it's very frustrating. And then when things don't go your way, you get erratic, you want to fix it, you have an ego. Trust me, you want to do a swing trade and trade a high quality setup with the higher time frame trends where there's less noise, there's less wicks, you don't get stopped out as much. Once the trend is moving with the structure, you're in a good position to capitalize and continue with that trend because it's very strong. That's the big money. That's swing trading is basically moving with the institutional money, with the institutional order flow. That's the beauty of it. That's what you have to understand. Forget about trying to get in on a 5-minute candle, a 1-minute candle, all that crap that these guys are showing you. They're only showing you, they're not showing you when they blow up. Do you understand? And they blow up more often than not. So the benefit of a swing trade is that you're in a high quality trade with the trend, and you're moving with the order flow, and you have all of that momentum behind you pushing you into profit, and you're taking profit off as soon as you can. So now you have a risk-free trade. You can let it run for a week or two. Do you understand? This is the beautiful thing about swing trading. And then you just, once you have a risk-free trade, you get into another trade, the second trade, and then wait for that one to become risk-free, and then you slowly add on more. And then in a month, you could be taking, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades that are swing trades, and they're all snowballed on top of each other, and then eventually they close before the end of the month, and then you're in big profit. This is how it works. And then the other beautiful thing about swing trading is that if you make a mistake, there's probably not another trade to get in that day. So you have time to reflect, you have time to review the mistake, you have time to journal and think about what happened, where you went wrong, and how you can make things better. And you're not going to try to strategy hop, you're not going to do any of that. You're going to be thinking in a clear state of mind. And this is important because if you give yourself this time, if you allow yourself time to think and act less, do less and think better in the market, you're going to have better results. That's just what's going to happen. So if you want to become a swing trader, then you're also going to have to do the psychology work so that you can hold trades, because a lot of you guys don't swing trade because you can't hold trades. You don't like holding trades. So you have to reprogram yourself to be able to sit and hold trades for a long time and be okay with it and not stress. And trust me, there's nothing to stress about. If you're in a risk-free trade, you're good. Okay, you can hold trades and everything becomes a lot easier over a quicker amount of time, and you will start to see consistent results quicker. You should consider it. If you've never tried swing trading, I would urge you to consider it. And if you want to work on your psychology so that you can hold on to profits and let your profits run and minimize loss, minimize risk, then check out my psychology course, the first link in the description. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe, drop your comments below. Let me know what you're struggling with, and if you're having some wins, let me know as well. I'd like to hear all of it. But until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Bye.